I'd like to say hello to maybe 2 of you, 1 of you, 4 of you, probably none of you because nobody's watching my videos. So today's video that I'm doing is actually directed towards my boys, my gentlemen, my men, my fucking guidos, whatever you are. If you're a guy, you're watching this, this is for you. Any boy who's watching this and is just looking for some tips to kind of cover up any imperfections, any redness, any bumps, you know, kind of accentuate your bone structure, highlight the tops of your, you know, the highest points of your cheeks or your face, whatever. This video is for you. I've already prepped my face, I've primed it, I've moisturized it, I've fucking put cum on it, everything's ready to go. Before I begin applying any kind of makeup on, I just want to talk about the products that I did use, because I'm sure there are some boys that want to know, how do you keep your foundation on all day? How do you keep it mattified? How do you keep it this? How do you keep it that? I have an alternative here for anything that, you know, some people don't want to try. But what I do is I use the Bobbi Brown, this is called the expensive ass if you're poor, you can't afford this, vitamin enriched face base. I had to fucking suck dick for this shit. I'm kidding. I got this actually as a gift. Because you know damn my ass couldn't afford it. So basically this is for any boy toy out there who has oily skin. If this doesn't work for you, then I do suggest something cheaper. Okay, this is yuck. I don't know why I have some fucking damn snot fucking sneeze on this, but you could go for the Nivea Men Sensitive Skin Aftershave Balm. I did use this for a bit. I didn't end up liking it just because I think it like clogged my pores. Shit happens, I guess. But this could be for anybody. I mean, like, you could use this if you have oily skin, you could use this if you have dry skin, combination skin, anything. It's just for sensitive skin. That's basically the only thing that it defines. Oh, and before I speak, I gave myself a haircut. So I fucked up, and now I'm looking like Britney in 2006. If you're a guy and you're new to my channel, thank you. If you're even watching me, if anybody's even watching me. Or if you've watched any of my videos before, which you probably haven't because you're like, George, I don't fucking care. I'm talking about the Tarte BB cream. Again, and again, and again, and I hate myself for doing this, but this is what we're going to deal with right now, and this is in medium. So basically, I suggest, for any of the boys out there, wear BB cream. I mean, okay, if you want to make it a natural men's makeup look as opposed to maybe like a heavier look, like you're going to the club, I would suggest using a BB cream for the fact that it is very lightweight and it's not going to have that kind of coverage look that a full coverage foundation would have. This is just basically cover any redness, any imperfections. You could do so on, use concealer to cover any extra bumps up or whatever. So dot it around where you feel like you have the most troubled skin. I normally put it everywhere because my skin in general is troubled everywhere from head to toe. Alright, so if you're a boy going to the club to get some pussy, I have people that are really young that probably watch this, or if they do watch this, but whatever. Or you have boys going to the club to get some other boys, or whatever the deal is, you do you. You're gonna want to keep this on. I mean, this is coverage enough and you might feel satisfied with it, but bitch, in 2 hours you won't be because you'll look like a helly greasy ass fucking pan cooking up some damn eggs. What you want to do is you want to take a powder foundation. A powder foundation. You can take a translucent powder, but bitch, I would probably not because a lot of the times with Flash, I feel like they make you look like white. So I'm using the Estee Lauder Invisible Powder Makeup in Butternut. Nothing's fucking new. So basically you just want to take a little bit. Or a lot. And as opposed to rubbing it, you want to like push it into the skin so that way it does stay all night, and if you take a picture at 8 p.m. or if you take a picture at 12 a.m., bitch, you will still be looking like damn J-Lo. Alright my gentlemen, now that you are set and ready to rumble, we are going to warm up the face because now we're looking just like a fucking wall. I could have used a contour kit, which I am going to be using one in a bit, but I decided to start off bronzing our face before doing a little bit of contour with just a plain matte, no shimmer, gray kind of undertone bronzer just to kind of make us look like the sun has hit us and we haven't been hiding in a corner for the last, you know, century. This doesn't exist anymore, which I'm really pissed about, but I think the bronzer still is sold separately. This is a Park Avenue Princess Contour Palette, and it comes with a blush, it comes with a bronzer, and it comes with a highlight. Unfortunately for my case, I'm a caveman and had to dig right through all of them. So I hope this is focused. So basically, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Yeah, like it's still kind of brown, but you can tell that it has some gray to it. Sorry, it literally looks like I was hungry and literally just used my fingers to eat through this. Always put a bronzer kind of just above the cheekbone because you use the actual hollows of your cheeks to contour. So just put this above because then it actually looks like the sun is hitting in those natural spots. You can take a little, you can take a lot. Just like the boys. You can have a little, you can have a lot. Bitch, you got options. Depending on the size of your forehead, just like your dick, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. It's up to you. I like to make mine look a little smaller just because like, that's what I want to do. Now that we're bronzed up, we want to get contoured up. So for contouring, I'm going to be using a new product because, you know, I have all the money in the world. I'm working as a lawyer and you need to shut up. I'm also a part-time doctor on the side when I'm not doing lawyer, business. So I bought myself a new product, joking. I have no money in the world, so I'm sticking with this damn thing that I've had for the last year and a half. This is the NYX Contour Palette, and as you can see, you have a pretty options up there for bronzing, for contouring, but I want to contour. I really don't because I kind of like how this is looking. I'm going to put my phone on silent one damn second. So for contouring, I'm going to take, I feel like I like this one. So if you have this palette, this one, it has kind of like, I see it as like a little bit of an orangey reddy, like a reddish undertone. I don't know if anybody gets the same vibes, but I do. Compared to the other ones, that's what I get from this. So now that you've blended your contour together so that way you don't look like you have landscaping being done to your face, like putting mud and concrete and all that whatever. A typical boy thing, not a typical boy thing, but a boy's face structure is totally different than a girl's, and I think that's pretty evident, especially for those who are lucky enough to be sculpted, who have it like in. But a lot of guys tend to do, and I noticed this, I did this actually with my little Shawn Mendes tutorial, for boys, the best way to contour and to accentuate your bone structure is to also bring the bronzer down to here. So on these like lines, I'll kind of try and suck in so that way you guys can see. Right there. So basically that's another way of making your face look a little more masculine. I'm not going to do that because I'm going for a more natural look. I don't want to look very structured and very like statued. That's not a word, so don't take that from me. So basically you could take like a little bit of bronzer, like or take all of them. Just kind of make two lines here, blend them out perfectly so that way it kind of matches what's going on up here. And that's basically it for bronzing, at least to making it look like that you're alive. Bronzing up the face is complete. Like, we are done, we are ready to head out. Kidding, not yet. This is optional. So this is basically like being like, okay, I'm out with my sugar daddy. I've talked to him. This is what this is, I've talked to him. This part is being like, okay, well, now that I've talked to him, I'm gonna zip down his zipper. This is what that is. We're gonna highlight the high points of our face. Well, first off, we're gonna brighten certain points, then we're gonna highlight. That's the damn topper. That's like bringing out the little tool from the pants. So I do this in every video. I don't use concealer, once again, it's too thick for me. I feel like that accentuates every little pore that I have. End of story. I take a bit of banana powder, or I could take a light powder, depending on how I'm feeling that day. I'm feeling, I'm feeling nice and like tan, and so I want to use banana powder. I'm just gonna brighten underneath here, here, that's it. So now to highlight the tops of, or the high points of our face. For highlighting, I never understood what it accentuated. Never did. I was just kind of like, oh, highlighting is just like a cute way of being like, hi bitch, and people are like, whoa, blinded. But then I kind of realized that like, it just makes like the higher points of your face look very like glowy. And what do you know? My stupid ass forgot the brush upstairs. I want to go get it, but like, nah. So I'm gonna go in with the highlighters. So I'm gonna take Champagne Pop. I'm gonna be disgusting and use my Sigma middle finger and just kind of like touch up A little bit, just a little bit, because once again, this is subtle, this is natural, this is your everyday look. This is so disgusting. Any beauty person that's watching me is probably like, this guy needs to go and get locked up in prison, because that is the most unhygienic, disgusting thing you could do. Go from finger to palette to fucking face, like, absolutely not. But in this case, I kind of have no choice because I really don't want to walk upstairs. But I want to work on my eyebrows with you guys because I want some of the boys to see how I do my eyebrows. I know a lot of boys have thick eyebrows and they're like, how do you get it, you know, sturdy? How do you get it in place without having to actually use like a lot of tools and a lot of making it a long process. I'm taking the Covergirl Lash Perfection. It could be any mascara. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter as long as it just has product in it. And I'm just gonna comb it out, but at the same time it kind of works as like shaping them and like keeping them in, because it has like that, it hardens, right? So it's kind of like a gel form. Then I'm gonna take Pearl and I'm just gonna put that under my eyebrows. And we're done. We are complete. We are ready to go to the club. We're ready to go suck dick. We're ready to go eat some vagine. Depending on whatever you're doing, bitch, you do you, but this is gonna be glued on. From pillowcase to the morning. From the car to your house, from your house to the bathroom, this isn't moving. Even if there's a tornado, a tsunami, a little bit of drizzle, this ain't going anywhere because we're gonna set it. We're using the Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous Makeup Setting Spray. I completely forgot, I don't know if you guys booked that, I completely forgot to bring this up, and then as soon as I was talking, I look over, I was like, we're gonna set this. Just shake this up, just make sure, you know, everything's in place. Hold your hair up, because the second your hair goes, you know, curly, you're gonna be looking like a curly soup. So no. Before I end this video off, I want to give a little message to all my boys out there who could relate to me, maybe can't. I mean, everybody comes from different circumstances and different situations. I come from a very, you know, traditional family who still to this point doesn't really understand why I do this and why I have enjoyment in this. But I just want all the boys to know, give them a positive message. If any boys are watching this, wear makeup, guys. Like, if you like wearing makeup, do it. I mean, if you don't, you don't. That's a personal preference. But if you do, stunt it. Like, go outside, walk, because if you're wearing expensive foundation, if you're wearing expensive eyeshadow, then you put money into that, you put work into that. So that's all up to you. Let those bitches, those basic bitches outside look you up and down. If they want to judge, they can judge, but they're still staring at you. Their eyes are on you. They're not to the ground, they're watching you. So you're getting all that attention, regardless if it's good or bad.